Hey everybody, this is Dilyana Mileva, and I'm excited to bring you Menopause Made Easy, a podcast designed to provide you tips and strategy to navigate the changes in woman's body, mind, and spirit with more grace and ease. I appreciate you tuning in. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you are updated of each episode release. Alright, let's dive in. Hello everyone and welcome for a new episode of Menopause Support Academy. Today I have a special guest, Desi Divine. Let me introduce her. She's a certified Chopra-certified Total Well-Being Coach, Primordial Sound Meditation Instructor, and founder of Didi Healing. She guides women through powerful practices that restore balance, deep self-connection, and raise vibrational energy. And I will let Desi to a little bit talk about how she get in this path.
Hi, Dilyana. Thank you so much for introducing me and having me here. It's really an honor to be here. So, yeah, how did I get on this path? I guess we are constantly led on our paths, right? So, for me, that started about 6, 7 years ago. Even though my spiritual awakening started even over 20 years ago, but my journey was focused on different areas of my life before. And then once my kids got older, something else happened to me very unexpectedly, which led me to a huge spiritual transformation. That thing was a physical disalignment or disease, if you want to call it, very unexpected. So, just a little bit before that happened, I was very drawn to yoga and meditation. Particularly meditation, I started consistent practice about a year before that physical challenge came up in my life. I started doing meditation just because most people, I was reading about all the benefits and how meditation can help you with stress in your life, and you feel more calm. And I was like, okay, well, I should give it a try because I am the mother of two kids. It's crazy in the house. I need to do something for myself. I want to be the better side of me. So I needed this tool and this practice that I can actually use to be a better mother, be a better wife, and altogether being a better version of me.
Do you want to speak what's happened? Oh, it's person.
What happened? Yeah, I just like decided let's try the short meditation, 10 minutes in the morning, 10, 15 minutes before everybody wake up because it's quiet in the house, right? So I do it there before everybody wakes up. Just 2, 3 days in a row, and I started noticing this amazing place that I will come to, like really quiet and really beautiful place. And I was like, okay, okay, I like that. Like my mind is calm. My day after the practice didn't started going directly into all the things I gotta do and stress about and what I have to do and blah blah blah. And this is all stress. Like you put yourself into this mode right from the beginning when you wake up. If you don't do something to counteract that mode, that mind, that monkey mind. So I call my mind a monkey mind because it's really like it's very fast, very active. So, starting this practice, I really like the effect of it. I said, I'm going to keep doing that and I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to eventually extend the time and see how that goes.
How long ago it's happened this?
Yeah, well, probably 7 or 8 years ago. I really remember myself sitting right next to the bed on the ground, on the crisscross position, just by myself and without really using any guided meditation, just very simple way of meditating, focusing on your breathing.
And how you decide to follow the Chopra and his specific meditation maybe?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for asking. That's a good question because I already had so many benefits that came later. So Chopra came probably 4 years later, but I have already had established meditation practice. I tried all the different kinds of meditation practices that you can imagine. I experienced Kundalini yoga, mantras, visualization, guided meditations, breath meditations. I read books about that, books about breathing. And I happened to I heard one of his guided meditations, probably, I don't remember for sure, but probably on YouTube. I was always curious to try new versions of meditation and see which one is better.
Is that where you learn sound meditation, or it's after that, later?
That was the introduction of, and when I noticed, when by practicing it, by experiencing it, I noticed it was a completely different way of everything else that I already tried, because the Chopra method actually includes also a couple of soul questions that you ask in the beginning and then you start meditating. So it goes a little bit deeper.
You ask your higher self questions?
No, they're called soul questions. They're three to four soul questions that you ask.
Can you give an example?
Yeah, for example, the first question is, who am I?
Okay.
What do I want?
Okay.
What is my purpose?
Okay.
These are the spiritual questions, right? Because that's what the answer of the question guides the spirit. And then you meditate, and then eventually, by doing this more over and over, the answers, they might not come right away, but they show up in your life in, in like meeting different people, conversations, just unexpectedly. So I love the effect of that. And later on, I met the teacher, the CEO of the Chopra meditation department, and he was talking about this primordial sound mantra. And I got even more drawn to it. And I said, okay, I want to know my mantra, I want to know my sound.
So everybody have their own mantra based on their date of birth?
Yes, yes, that's exactly what it is. That's why it's so unique, because, I've tried different mantras before that, and everyone can find something and use it. When you have your own, it's very personal and very unique based on your birth details.
You sing the mantra constantly when you meditate?
You quietly repeat the mantra. The sound is actually called bija, the seed. So your seed is different than mine, and it has no meaning. And the idea is it calms the mind and distracts you from the external reality, the thoughts, what's going on. And the sound is bringing you back to a place of restful awareness.
And what is Didi healing? Is that related to meditation?
That's the name of my business.
Yeah. And how you heal, how you help women, how that women going through this transition period can help with this method.
Of course. Well, I called my work Diri healing because I use, besides the meditation, through this process of healing I went through, I also learned other healing modalities like emotional freedom technique. In particular, it's called Freem EFT. I learned and become theta healer practitioner, which is also a form of meditation which connects you with the divine, and you experience instant shifts and instant healings. That's how it works. So, because all of it is related around healing, right?
It's more emotional and mental healing, or can be physical also?
Well, that's a very good question, because they are all related. They are all related, all the bodies. So, that's what we learn in the deep dive into meditation course that I teach, is also how we are beings that have different bodies, mind, body, spirit, right? But at the same time, we are all one. Meditation helps you with releasing more of the mental stress and mental energy blocks. EFT is more concentrated on the emotional, but why, when you meditate, you also release everything. So even if you have some very strong emotions, sometimes if you need During meditation, you can experience many different things depending on what your body needs. Because what happens is you calm the mind, you calm the nervous system, you go internally, you allow your body, which is this amazing self-sustaining healing machine, which I talk about in my chapter, right? Your body knows how to heal itself if we don't block, if we are not thinking the thoughts, if we are not stressing it out, if we are not stressing it with mm, not good foods, right? So by we calming the system, the whole system, we are allowing the body to heal itself.
You mentioned chapter, you mean chapter of your book.
My book, yeah, this year I am collaborating in a book called Awakening Hearts, which is a beautiful book from 32 co-authors sharing their journeys of awakening and their all personal stories of healing, love, light, and infinite possibility.
So how people can find you, and if they want to register for your course, take your course and want this type of meditation to heal, how they can do that?
Sure. There are two ways. Right now, I decided to offer people a more simple, quick way. In both ways, they will get their personal sound, right? But in one-on-one session, when they book only with me to get their mantra, it's only 1 hour. They receive their mantra and I give them instruction and they can start using it right away.
They can go to the website desidivine.com and register from there.
Yes, they can go there and click on get my mantra, get my sound, and they will be able to find the time that they want to connect and they will receive it.
So it's mostly one-on-one help, one-on-one support.
This one, yes. The other one, which I offer every 4 months, is 3 to 4 hours journey, which we dive deep into all the details about meditation. It's for people that want to know more, be more into the study of meditation, the history, why, how, from where does it come from, and then also talk on the end about the different states of consciousness. So it's a little bit more abstract, but if you just want to get the simple way and start, get the benefits right away, you can just get your sound and start doing it right away.
You have a workbook that they can download. What is included in the workbook?
Yes, on my website, I have this workbook, which is also very short journal, but it also includes a guided meditation. This is free for everyone that wants to reconnect to joy. So the meditation is called Reconnect to Joy, and the journal has the same purpose. So maybe they can do it all together, like listen to meditation and then go through the journaling process and reconnect to joy.
Do you have one final word? Why it's important for women to do the meditation to help themselves heal?
This is good for everyone, but specifically, I know women in menopause and perimenopause. I'm also close to that age, and I know what the changes are my body starting to experiencing, right? We cannot hide all that, the sweating, the mood swings, right? Shifts in being more, aggravated and things like that. So having your mantra, your sound is something that can help you to anchor yourself and bring the system back to this state that I've talked about, the state of really being and enjoying the journey and being who you are and calming the stress hormones which are triggered by stress, right? And with meditating and the mantra, we lower the cortisol and the other stress hormones. So we shift, we get more into the other side, the peaceful side. So highly recommended for everyone. There is no side effect. I mean, the side effect is that you're gonna be more
Peaceful, yeah.
more peaceful and more in the flow of life without thinking something is, out of balance, but just being more in balance.
Grounded. Yeah, I also think that all breath work, all techniques to reset the nervous system and control the cortisol can help to harmonize other hormones and balance the hormone in natural way.
Yes.
I believe that, so that can helpful.
Yeah.
So thank you so much to be with me, introduce your method of meditation and the tools that you give audience. It's in your website, desidivine.com. I highly recommend to download the workbook or to take this mantra and try it for yourself to see how that works.
And I forgot to mention, they will only do this once in their lifetime, right? Because you only have one time right now that you're born, your personal mantra, you only have it once in your life.
How long it take actually to practice this? 5, 10, 15 minutes per day? How long they need to practice this?
Yes, that's a very good question. And I can tell you that the answer is it depends on the person.
Mhm. So depends how they feel, how much they want.
Depending how they feel and who they are. Because some people can start right away, and it depends if they already had some practice, some meditation practice. But if they're new, they will start short. And I had earlier this year a client, a friend of mine, she said, she's very, very emotional. And she said, no, I will only do 10 minutes and no more. No, no, she said, I'm going to start with even 5. The thing is, even 5 minutes of meditation, even 5 minutes, she noticed amazing shift. She said, I feel so much more centered because she's overwhelmed with all she's doing with her business. And when she does that, she does it short, but several times a day, for example, instead of one long.
Yes, that's the solution. There's flexibility, many times per day or once a little bit longer, depend of the person, the personality. And definitely I want to connect with you and take my mantra.
Absolutely.
So definitely you stay in touch and you keep collaborate, of course. I teach breathwork, you teach meditation. It's a wonderful combination. So I will take your mantra for sure. Very soon I will connect with you, Desi.
I will be honored to give it to you.
Hey, thank you so much to be on my podcast today. Share this wonderful experience that they can have and learn about meditation if they want a more profound way or just practice or so they have solution for everyone if they want shortcut or want a little bit more explain science of meditation.
Yes.
So it's for everyone and everybody who are busy with their daily life and business and work. There's solution for everyone.
Only because we are human beings living this experience with, work, business, kids, life. It's a demanding way of life, right? This is the best gift. If I have the chance to say my final word, the best gift they can give themselves is couple of minutes of quieting the mind. They're not gonna regret it.
Okay, everyone, take this wonderful gift. You're not gonna regret. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you too. Have a good one.
Thank you for tuning into Menopause Made Easy. You can check out more episodes on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and your favorite podcast apps. Check out the show notes for any website linked to this episode, including where to connect with me on social media. I appreciate you tuning in. Remember to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you'll be updated of each episode release. And visit me at menopausesupportacademy.com for all podcast updates as well. Appreciate you dropping by.